and we approach it in the engineering viewpoint. Okay, so this one here is over here somewhere, and what we did is we came up to this limit, this engineering limit within this field, which is a different field. Well, what we're doing is we're acquainting ourselves with different layers and different fields. And what the intention of this strategy is to give ourselves a new meaning to this old information. So by understanding this layer, right, we can understand the layer underneath our layer that we have already so many memories of and so much experience in. So we're giving that old experience new meaning, new significance. Now, in the other sense of what it's going to do to our new experiences, these new experiences up here, having this context of working in this other metasemantic viewpoint will allow us to look at the metasemantic viewpoint, the same metasemantic viewpoint of this field, like the technology viewpoint of our new field, and understand those concepts, or maybe even give us an advantage in bringing this layer over our work in the engineering field. So this metapragmatic attitude, what we're doing is we're trying to pick our positions that we develop in so that we can cross-reference them and give our old experiences new meaning and give our new experiences old meaning. Okay, so there's one other side. Okay, so if we look at saying that, then we're actually talking about an exponential development in here, because if we're able to give, this is our old experience here up until this point, if we're able to give it new meaning, well, that's new value, so we brought it up here, so to speak. And then if we're giving all of our new experience more meaning too, well, then we're giving it more meaning. But this meaning shift is only representational of the development of so far. As we go on, that shift becomes more and more and more. Okay, so because it's an exponential development. Now, why, okay, you want to be some sort of Nietzschean overman, and why do you want to pursue this way of collecting value in yourself or developing yourself? Now, if we bring it back to the types of metasemantic viewpoints, there's only 4 layers here, and the 5th viewpoint is the ambiguous viewpoint of logical operators, right? And it represents policies and procedures. Now, within organizations, policies and procedures are somewhat absolute, right? Like their value in a certain sense is infinite because we are supposed to legally do things the way that they dictate. Now, if you want to be writing policies and procedures which impact every layer, every metasemantic viewpoint of the organization and every field, it makes sense to me that if your goal is to take on that sort of responsibility, that you should firsthand acquaint yourself with the different layers of information, the different metasemantic viewpoints, and each of the fields that are involved in that organization. So if you're if you're working in a grocery store, you want to get into meats, you want to get into the vegetables, you want to get into frozen foods, you want to know all of the different sorts of things that go on at that supermarket. Okay, so 2 things about the ethic then. Like, one is just the cross-referencing. That's a major theme here. And the other theme is that to take the responsibility of looking at the system from the enterprise viewpoint, you need to be acquainted with each one of these different metasemantic viewpoints and the different fields, like to make responsible decisions. Otherwise, I don't how would you do it? I don't know. Okay, so that's all for now. Thanks.